Time now to go inside TMZ for all the latest from Hollywood, and a lot going on in Hollywood this morning. With us, as always, is Dax Holt. And Dax, first of all, I just wanted to get your impression of how everything went yesterday. I mean, you were kind of at the middle of the storm there. How did it go in Los Angeles?
You know, I thought it went really well. I thought everything was orchestrated perfectly, from the whole motorcade from Forest Lawn over to Staples Center. I thought the whole show went very smooth. You know, everyone got up there and just, I think, belted out, did a great job. I think Mariah did a great job. Jennifer Hudson, I think, really blew me away. Yeah. She was amazing. And then at the end, right when Paris got up there and started speaking out, first of all, I didn't think that she would speak. We've never really heard this girl speak or seen much of her face, and got up there and really just, I think, took down the whole show. Everyone was in tears here, you know, really seeing that side of Michael's family and realizing, you know what, Michael was a dad, and you kind of look past everything else that was going on that day and just, oh God, there was tears all around here, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, too, about the death certificate, because we're getting a first peek at that now.
Yeah, interesting enough, we saw in the death certificate that what they put as his death, the reason for the cause of death, was deferred. So interesting, they don't really have an answer for that, and you know, I think more will obviously come out with these toxicology results in a couple weeks. And then there's a couple other things on the death certificate that we thought were odd. First of all, LaToya Jackson filled it out, and then she put his home of residence was the Encino home, which is his family's home, and not the Holmby Hills house that he passed away in. And it's just a couple things on there kind of seem strange. So looking a little bit more into that, but I think the big mystery now is where the heck did his body go after the memorial yesterday? It just kind of vanished.
Yeah, do you know anything about that? I mean, because typically, you know, they had that funeral service for the family, then they brought the body, that big gold casket, to the memorial service, and then they kind of wheeled it off. But there hasn't been any official burial yet, or has there been and we just don't know about it?
We have no idea. This was like a full Houdini act after, you know, we saw the motorcade leave with all the family members. They were headed over to the Beverly Wilshire for lunch. And we're hearing that they snuck him out in either a white van or an ambulance, something that wouldn't really catch people's attention, and they would just sneak him off. And who knows, he could be buried right now, but we just don't know. We heard rumors that he was going back up to Neverland Ranch, that they were going to bury him there. We honestly have no idea, and that's what everyone's kind of looking for right now.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about, Dax, was this issue of Michael and the number 7. Tell me a little bit about what you know about that association.
Yeah, yesterday people started looking into this, and okay, so he signed his will back on 7702, and then he had his memorial yesterday, 7709, which was 7 years later, and then you start adding up his first name. Michael is 7 letters, Jackson is 7 letters, and I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and we had this whole list on our website yesterday of all these things that relate to Michael, and then number 7, he's the 7th Jackson to be born. In the Scream video, he wore the number 7, and people are calling in left and right trying to give us their 7 opinions, but you can go look at the whole rundown on TMZ. It's pretty nuts.
Do you think it was just like his lucky number, or what do you think? What's your hunch?
Well, that's the other thing. We've heard that he really likes the number 7, but I don't think you could plan out all of these things. Right. So I think it's kind of lucky. And, you know, at a certain point, I think people start to just find anything they can do to find the number 7 related to the topic. So. All
right, Dax, as always, thanks so much. And we want to remind you that you can catch TMZ TV right here on Fox Providence at 4:30. And for more information on any of these stories, just head to our website, foxprovidence.com.